What's up, everybody? This is A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Mars squared Neptune in the Synastry chart. A Synastry chart is a compatibility chart between two individuals that are dealing with each other, whether it's an intimate relationship, a casual relationship, a committed relationship, or just a marriage. It will show you the dynamics of your relationship and how both partners are going to show up, when they're going to arise to occasions, obstacles, and storms that are going to go on and take place in their life. And it will show you who is going to act one way and who is going to act another. Okay, so now let's address Mars and what Mars is all about. Mars is about your warrior soul and it's about your fighting spirit. Mars is a soldier of war. Mars is of war, but it also is about sexuality. It has to do with your sexual nature and what you are attracted to. It also does show the way that you will take action as far as on your careers, on your jobs, in a relationship. It is where you want to assert your energy the most. Okay, when Mars is in play, Mars wants to be in leadership positions and leadership roles. On top of that, Mars can bring along with it control, wanting things to go its way. Okay, but it does not want to be told what to do when Mars is coming to the table. Mars wants to do what they want to do the way that they want to do it. So now, Neptune. Neptune is ruled by Pisces, where Mars is ruled by Aries originally. Okay, so now Neptune is about self deception, self denial, being deceived, betrayal, lies, and all of those kind of things. So when Neptune is in place, there can be a lot of uncertainty, not being sure of a situation, making things up in your head, making them be the way that you want them to be. Okay, it can be an optical illusion when you're dealing with Neptune. But now Neptune does have to do with spirituality. And it does bring a magical, mystical, dreamy kind of nature to the table, along with magic and spells. Okay, so yes, this is Neptune. Neptune has all of these things, but even though it has those dreamy, magical, mystical, mysterious things, it also brings chaos to the table, where things can be very confusing, where things can be a fog of haze and you can't see things very clearly. And sometimes you're just seeing it the way you want to see it. So now the square. Anytime you see a square in a synastry chart, that is going to mean that these two planets are in signs that are not getting along, are in conflict. So it is going to be an obstacle when you see a square. It is going to be a challenge and it is going to be a difficult thing to deal with in a relationship, along with the conjunction and the opposition. But when it comes down to the opposition, these two planets are going to be in opposite signs of one another. It's going to be that they're looking at each other from an opposite standpoint, which is also going to bring chaotic storms and drama to the relationship, along with conflict and confusion. It's going to be an obstacle again. And if you have a conjunction, that means that these planets are in the same exact sign of one another. So at times it can run smoothly, but other times it can be the themes of the square and the themes of the opposition. It can be very chaotic once again. And if you see a sector on the trine, it means that you guys blend very well. It means that it's not going to be chaotic for you, even though these themes are going to be present. You're going to know how to handle it and figure it out together. So we're going to jump into this right now. Mars squared Neptune in the synastry chart. From time to time, you're definitely going to hear me say the Mars person, and you're going to hear me say the Neptune person. So, in order for you to be the Mars person in this situation, you would have to have put your natal birth chart in first, okay? And then the other person, and then you would be Mars, and then the other person would be Neptune, okay? Or if you did put yourself in second and put your partner in first, then you would still be the Mars person, but I would be reading it from like Neptune, Mars, like that. Or you would just be the Neptune person. You get what I'm saying? Moving forward, Mars square Neptune, men and women. These men and women are going to have a sexual connection with one another. This is going to be a sexual connection between two individuals that are in a relationship or casually dating. And it does bring to the table romance and fantasy. So now the Neptune person is likely to see the Mars person as a knight in shining armor or protector. Neptune admires Mars person decisiveness, assertiveness, and toughness. Even if the Mars person is not even showing up in this kind of way, okay? Even if the Mars person is none of these things, the Neptune person is going to throw these ideals and traits onto the Mars person, looking at them as they are somebody that came out of nowhere, somebody that came into my world, came into my life, changed everything that was going on, the feelings that I had of fear, insecurity, anything like that. Okay, this is now the Mars person is now the person that is showing up to them in the way that they are very decisive, assertive, and tough. They know how to handle situations. They know how to make a decision, good at problem solving and things like that. Okay, and they really know how to assert their energy. Even if this is not fully the case, the Neptune person is going to look at it this way. So now Neptune will idolize the Mars person as though they were courageous and brave. This is a pure sexual connection. These two will fulfill each other's sexual desires and fantasies, may even become addicted to each other. So these are the type of men and women that have mind-blowing sex. They have a great time. They fuck each other crazy. And they do it like nobody else has ever really put it down before. Okay, now of course in your life you will experience many different love affairs in general, people. You see what I'm saying? But this is going to be a sexual connection, which means that you guys are going to be linked to one another sexually. Even if y'all decide to stop fucking with each other, stop dealing with each other, you can mess with somebody else, and it can be that times you can be thinking of this person, the stuff they used to do to you, the things you used to do to them, and just imagine yourself really wanting to get back around them so that you could keep this shit up. Oh yeah, this one is something to have. The Neptune person will long to be dominated by Mars person and is not afraid to be vulnerable around the Mars person. So the Neptune person feels very much comfortable enough with the Mars person to be able to let down their guard, to be able to express several different things to the Mars person. Okay, they don't have an issue with being vulnerable with them. They want them to be that kind of person that's rough, tough, and aggressive to them. Okay, dominating the relationship is what the Neptune person wants the Mars person to do. The Mars person is pleased with this role. Okay, we already know that Mars is about taking action. It's going to be rough and tough. It's about war. Okay, so Mars person will love this position and love to play this role out. As Mars feels more powerful in the presence of the Neptune person. Okay, the Mars person can feel like they are the ones in control of this relationship. The Mars person can feel like they're the ones calling the shot in the relationship, and the Neptune person actually enjoys this for quite some time. The Neptune person may even become envious of the Mars person. Okay, power and sexual proudness. Okay, so now what happens is that over time, the Mars person will start becoming a little envious of the very fucking things that they like so much about the Mars person, they could begin to start feeling a little nervous energy, feeling like they have a powerful sexual nature where it's just uncontrollable, unbearable, and the Neptune person is going to start creating certain things in their mind. Start looking at the Mars person and now a little bit more different kind of light. All right, the Mars person is going to have a lot of sexual nature, a lot of sexual energy to them. Okay, and it's almost going to be like the Mars person is holding some kind of otherworldly sexual powers in their fucking DNA that is making the Neptune person start losing their fucking mind. So that the Neptune person could definitely feel like the Mars person is out there doing some bullshit, out there talking to other people, keep in contact with other people, even if this is not the case. Or because the Mars person knows how to put it down in the bedroom and has this sexual nature to them that is absolutely alluring and undeniably desirable. So they'll start to think that they may give that love to somebody else. They may give that dick to somebody else. They may give that cooch to somebody else. This is how they'll start acting. That's right. That's right. So now Neptune is likely to be dependent on the Mars person, which may provoke Neptune to manipulate the Mars person out of fear of losing them. So the Neptune person can definitely start thinking and believing that the Mars person is going to end up not interested in them eventually, or maybe the Neptune person can start to feel like that the Mars person will leave them completely and not want to be around them, not want to really fuck with them how they used to fuck with them, not want to have sex with them the way they used to have sex with them. And this is what the Neptune person can do. Neptune can absolutely start getting these feelings of insecurity, start feeling like somebody might interrupt this love, sexual, full blown attraction that they have for one another. Somebody could come and interrupt it. And this is what the Neptune person fears. So the Neptune person will result to manipulating the Mars person into not doing these things. Okay. The Mars person's strength and sexual attractiveness may make the Neptune person nervous. So they may display evasive or confusing behaviors, which may confuse or frustrate the Mars person. The Mars person is going to not, and I repeat, not like this type of shit from the Neptune person. Okay, all of this evasive, confusing shit that they got going on in their mind is going to piss the Mars person the fuck off. Because the Mars person is not going to be understanding where all this shit is coming from. They're going to feel like this is coming from nowhere. This is out the blue. Who told you this? Who told you that? Because the fucking Neptune person is going to have this nervous energy that something has to be going on, or something might be going on. Okay. And they will start throwing many different kinds of unpredictable movements. Okay. The Neptune person can start being dishonest with the Mars person because they feel like the Mars person is being dishonest. They can start cheating on the Mars person because they feel like the Mars person might be cheating on them. Okay, so this is what goes on and takes place. Neptune person may try to gain Mars sympathy by playing the victim. Neptune may even resort to deceit or sexually teasing Mars person to keep their attention. So now the Neptune person can withhold sex from the Mars person when they fucking feel like it. Okay, this is going to be disturbing as far as the sexual love connection goes, because they love to have sex with each other. They have great sex with each other. But what ends up going on is that the Neptune person feels like they are going to play a little game with them. Fuck them when they feel like fucking the Mars person. The Neptune person will feel like, I will give you this when I feel like it. Or may even just be chilling with them. You know how you chilling and you know you about to get it in. The Neptune person, when it's time to get it in, or they about to get it in, the Neptune person could act nonchalant, like they cool or they good, or like, yeah, I'm not pressed for it right now. You see what I'm saying? Throwing all these subtle signals out into the universe, out into the air, that's gonna make the Mars person feel very much fucking um they're not gonna like it. Okay, they're gonna feel like this is unbelievable that you're doing all of these things for no damn reason. Okay, so now this can lead to a lot of frustration on the part of the Mars person. The Mars person can be annoyed, okay, at times may even be disappointed, and at times could just be full blown disgusted with the Neptune person and all these fucking tricks that Neptune has up their sleeves. As I said previous, Neptune may result to deceit, okay, and just lying, starting to lie, playing the victim, acting like they're the ones that's being hurt in the process. In all reality, you might not even be getting hurt because the Mars person might not even be doing a damn thing. Okay, Mars is direct and open. So Neptune's evasiveness, deceit, and dishonesty could lead to conflict and frustration on the part of the Mars person. So, yes, these men and women, women and women, men and men, okay, whoever's in this relationship, they can end up getting into some stormy confrontations time after time when the Neptune person is not feeling like Mars is being honest to them, because Neptune will then create a chaotic situation so that they can start beefing, arguing, bickering, fighting. Okay, and the Mars person's going to be not liking this shit. Okay, the Mars person is going to be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you keep on making me out to be the bad person and you keep on being a victim or playing a victim when there ain't no reason to be a victim? Okay, so it could be a lot of this funny shit going on. Mars is going to be the one that is direct and open. Okay, so Neptune with these lies and deceit and deception is just unnecessary, because the Mars person is going to be the type of person, if you want to know something, just ask and I'll tell you. Where the Neptune person is going to be more secretive, like they don't want to reveal certain shit, even though the Neptune person does feel very much open and vulnerable with the Mars person. That is more so on a sexual level. Okay, it's not on the deep depth of being honest and truthful, because Neptune has the fucking tricks up their sleeves. They have the manipulation skills that they're gonna use to try to keep you to keep fucking with them so that you don't leave, to try to keep you when they don't have to do that. But this is what goes on and takes place. The manipulation and wanting to control, and wanting you not to leave, wanting you to stay here, not wanting you to do those kind of things, but they do it in a different kind of way, because it's not so much in a controlling way where they're telling you. They're just acting out certain things, withholding information, and doing their own things. And a lot of times the Neptune person actually puts onto the Mars person the shit that the Neptune person is really doing. So Neptune is really usually the one that's probably out there doing dirt, probably out there having affairs, probably out there doing all these kind of things. And because the Neptune person knows that that's what they are doing, they want to make it seem like Mars has to be doing the same thing. Okay, so this is tricky, but it is an undeniable sexual connection if you have it with somebody. I'm sure you'll have other aspects that can smooth this one out. This is a little difficult to have if you have it. I have had this with somebody, okay, and I was definitely the Mars person, and they was a Neptune person. Okay, so this is tricky because it doesn't even makes sense when you're in it, when these things start going on and taking place. But usually this doesn't happen in the beginning of the relationship. The relationship is very romantic, and you do both fantasize about this relationship in a real kind of way. But the sex is going to be great. The sex is going to be crazy, and you're going to really feel like y'all fulfill each other sexually, where you guys feel like you are ultimately addicted to this person. You can't get enough. You want to keep on going. You want to go around, and you want to keep on doing this. And even if you stop messing with the person, a lot of times you can think of the person, think of the things that y'all did together, not even just sexually, just the fun that you had, the good times that you had. Okay, a lot of times you can look at this person as an ideal partner for you, and then come to find out that that's not the person that you should have gave your all to at the end of the day. Okay, but you could very well learned a lot in this partnership, in this relationship. You could learn something from it. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about this for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into this placement. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grimy Gear at www.grimygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the chef goddess also at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at aronnesbitt90 at gmail.com. If you need a tarot card reading, that will be $30. If you need me to analyze your birth chart, that would be $50 for 2 hours. If you need a Synastry chart, which is a compatibility chart, that will be $70 for 2 hours. And if you need any more information on any other services that I do have, you can click on my YouTube channel. Click on the link that says About at the top of the channel, and all the services will be right there provided for you. A lot of times I don't have time to fill the description every single time, so that is there for you if you need those services. So this has been a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all, and I will see you in the next one.